I was on my way, traveling that long, dusty road from Jerusalem down to Jericho. The sun was high, beating down on the rocky path. That's when I saw him. A man, just lying there by the roadside. From his clothes, or what was left of them, I could tell he was a Jew. He'd been attacked by robbers, stripped of his belongings, and left for dead. His wounds were still fresh, the blood stark against the pale dust. His breathing was so shallow, I wasn't even sure he was alive at first. My heart just sank. I'm a Samaritan. Everyone knows the history between our peoples. We don't exactly get along. There's this deep-seated animosity, this wall that's been built up over generations. But standing there, looking at him, all of that just faded away. I didn't see a Jew. I saw a man, a fellow human being, suffering and alone. Just then, I saw someone else approaching from the direction of Jerusalem. A priest. He saw the man. I know he did. He slowed his pace, glanced over, and then deliberately crossed to the other side of the road and hurried past. He didn't even break his stride. How could he? A man dedicated to God, a man who teaches about mercy, just walked away. It was baffling. My heart ached for the man on the ground, but now it also ached with a sense of disbelief. A little while later, another figure appeared. This one was a Levite, another person of faith, an assistant in the temple. Surely, I thought, surely he will stop. He came even closer than the priest. He looked down at the beaten man, took in the whole scene, and then he too crossed the road and continued on his way. He just averted his gaze, as if seeing the man's suffering was an inconvenience, something to be ignored. It was a choice, a conscious decision to do nothing. I watched him go, and I felt a profound sense of sorrow. Is this what we've become? People who can look at another's pain and simply choose to walk away. But I couldn't. I just couldn't do it. Something inside me, a deep well of compassion, just overflowed. All the teachings, all the societal rules about who to help and who to ignore, they meant nothing in that moment. This wasn't about being a Samaritan or him being a Jew. This was about humanity. I went over to him and knelt down in the dust. My hands were trembling a little as I reached into my bag. I pulled out the oil and wine I carried for my journey. It was precious, meant for my own use, but he needed it far more than I did. I gently poured the wine onto his wounds to clean them, then the soothing oil to ease the stinging. He groaned softly, a sign of life that gave me a glimmer of hope. I took out some strips of cloth and carefully bandaged his injuries, trying my best to be gentle, to not cause him any more pain. His body was limp, and it was a struggle, but I managed to lift him onto my own donkey. He was too weak to sit up on his own, so I walked beside him, one arm holding him steady as we moved slowly along the road. The journey was much slower now, but I didn't care. Every step was a prayer that he would make it. The sun started to dip below the horizon, casting long, cool shadows across the land. The air grew colder. I was worried about him being out in the open all night. Finally, through the twilight, I saw the warm, flickering lights of an inn up ahead. Relief washed over me. We reached the small inn, and I carefully helped him down from the donkey. I half carried him inside, getting him settled into a bed where he could finally rest. The innkeeper came over, a curious but not unkind look on his face. I reached into my purse and pulled out 2 silver coins. Back then, that was a decent amount of money, enough for several days' lodging and care. I pressed the coins into the innkeeper's hand. Look after him, I pleaded. Get him whatever he needs, food, more bandages, anything. I have to continue my journey tomorrow, but I will be back this way in a few days. Whatever more you spend on him, I will repay you when I return. Just please, take care of him. The innkeeper looked from the coins to the man in the bed, then back to me. He nodded, a silent promise. As I stood there, watching the injured man finally resting in a safe place, I thought about the priest and the Levite. They were probably home by now, comfortable, their day's journey over. They had their reasons, I suppose. Maybe they were afraid the robbers were still nearby. Maybe they were worried that touching a wounded man would make them ritually unclean. But are any of those reasons good enough to leave a man to die? It wasn't my place to judge them, but I knew in my heart that what I did was right. It wasn't about religion, or rules, or where someone comes from. It was about mercy. It was about kindness. It was about seeing another person in need and doing something, anything, to help. In that moment, by that dusty road, our differences didn't matter. What mattered was our shared humanity. We are all strangers in this world, just travelers on our own roads. And sometimes, the most important thing we can do is to stop for a moment and help another stranger on their journey. A little compassion can heal so much more than just physical wounds. It can mend the divides between us. That's a lesson I'll carry with me for the rest of my days. Thanks for listening to my story. Take care of each other out there.